it can be boring at times, but we look at detail. We don't look at the cardiovascular training. That should, essentially you say, that'll come naturally. As you get better, speed should increase in a natural way. So, when I was in Iwama, you prayed for the hour, the clock on the hour to go faster. Because, God, that was hard training. This floor is softer than the tatami. And being in Japan, he didn't explain a lot. He just demonstrated it, said yokomen, and they'd attacking me, do the demonstration a couple of times, and you just go and sort of stand back, and you do it for 10 minutes non-stop. And it was blinking hard training. And I went there, and this was, he said, Tony, if you want your fifth day, you've got to come to Iwama this time. He sort of put this pressure on me. Because on an earlier seminar somewhere in the world, he said, all my Iwama students out the front, he said, demonstrating. And I stood back, and he shouted at me and goes, and afterwards he said, don't ever do that again. I said, Sensei, but I haven't been to Iwama. He said, you've travelled all around the world to see me. You're an Iwama student. But he then said, be at the Iwama dojo for your fifth dan. So when I went there, I couldn't understand why he wasn't explaining everything. And then Miles Kessler, who you may have heard of, he explained to me that, that's where Sensei's so clever. He knows that the Westerners want lots of questions and lots of answers to those questions. So what he does is he switches hats. He gives the Westerners all the information, plus the techniques. He gives the Japanese a demonstration because they're a nation of copiers. They can copy really well. And he gives them nothing as far as feedback goes. So I'd had, without realising, I had the best of both worlds. And I realised that you don't really want to go to Iwama if you want to learn, because you just get beaten up there. You become very good, but you know, you're going to need new hip replacements and knee replacements by the time you're 60. So let's have Nick and your partner doing Morote dori. Now you don't have to hold strong, but because they do hold strong, they're going to do it their way. You could just have open hands, and it would be, should be the same technique. So what we're going to ask Matthew? We're going to ask Matthew to say out loud when you feel that Nick is dominating or taking over your comfort. See, he's really comfortable now. I've got him. I've got a grip on him now. So he's confident. Leave him confident means that you've attempted him because his mind thinks that he's winning. He's got to leave Matthew with that thought all the way through. Now Matthew's going to say when he thinks that that has changed. Do you understand me? Okay. It's changed. Changed. So now, bulk is hitting bulk. So Nick's got to find a way of not letting Matthew be disturbed. Because what Matthew's going to do is, it's built in us, he's going to try and hang on because he can't see behind him. He might not like hitting the floor, especially with no mats. And this is another reason why I didn't bring the mats. And you know, as big as you are, as old as you are, you don't want to fall backwards, do you? Or perhaps you do, or perhaps you don't care. Okay, you're a bit thick, all right. That's all right. I don't mind hitting the floor. I've hit it so many times I don't think anymore. So you're going to say again. So Nick's got to try to stop the block. So you're all going to be doing this in a minute. You don't have to grip strong. All I'm saying is sensitivity will tell you, right, you blocked him there. Why didn't you say? I felt it, so you should have said.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where I'm a bit hard.
Right.
Blocked. Right, good. Okay. Yeah, so it's no good, is it? You know, you can go in here, it's finished. Okay, so try again. So Nick might be here, until 4:30 and we go, what a great day we had. We just watched it right there. Oh, so this person is not being a timid anymore because he's realised that the guy's trying to fight him. So the technique's not working. So let's go through that. Okay.
I
There. So what you're doing is you're doing everything correct, believe it or not. He's doing everything correct. But what's happening is he's dropping his shoulder, he's going soft, but now he's deciding to go in. But he didn't tell me to go in. So if I'm the puppet of the attacker and using his strength, I've got to think, are you still happy that you're comfortable?
Yeah, I'm still happy.
And I didn't block you?
No.
So I'm going to just creep this leg behind him, and it's difficult. And this one's bent, that one's straight, and I'm going to just slowly creep up his body with this nice lightness. You see, he's still feeling comfortable. You see? Now, this might not be a successful one. Kaitanagi might have been a bit more successful, but I just want, here's your partner, he's going to give you feedback. All he's got to do is say block. That's going to bug your ego because you don't like being told what to do, but you're going to have to live with that bit. Because it's going to be telling you that your Aikido is not perfect just yet. All right, come on. Please try your best. Oh, that was me, and it weren't on. Oh, I didn't. Do you reckon it went dead?
That's fine.
Yeah, it's flat. And it's not flat. What? I didn't think. How long's it been off?
Maybe it turns off without, with inactivity. Sometimes. Maybe because we should.
So it's not been on at all?
I just noticed it just then, so it should be okay. I mean, we've picked up the audio through the.
Oh, right. Do you think you ought to check to see if it needs charge?
No, it's there. It's got a full charge on. I think it must just be.
I wonder if it was a tea break.
Yeah, probably. It's just probably because it wasn't recording.
Last. Okay. Well, Nick would have got some of his, but he's getting his. So I'm here if you need me. I'm here if you need me. You don't remember, you don't have to hold strong if you don't want
Yeah, instead of dragging forward it, a bit of shape on like equal. It shows
Keep where you are. Is anybody not feeling the block? Is anybody not feeling? You know what I mean by block, don't you? Is anybody not feeling the block? I mean, that's the answer I want. And it's not what I want, but that's the answer that's going to come along, isn't it? It's because you're watching me, but you're in too much of a rush to go in. So we're going to do the footwork now. I'm going to step right over there. Now, I'm going to relax the shoulder, but I mustn't try and bring him with me, because he won't want to come. So I can't take his mind, so he's got me. I want to say to him, I need you to keep thinking that you've got me. So I'm dissolving from Matthew. I'm dissolving, look, I'm bending my knee from Matthew. Now, I need to get under that elbow. So when I do that, before, there's a block if I go in, but you can feel it. So I've not got to go in, I've got to turn that, and now I'm going to go in, but I'm not going to go in, I'm going to go round. I'm going to go round here. I'm showing you silly footwork, but I need Matthew to be happy that he's got me. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to shift, nothing here, I'm shifting right centre. What? Oh. You know, you can always add, that's up to you, you know, when we're feeling great and we're training, yeah, to ask away. But to find this answer, I do it this way, but if you want to feel the benefits, Sensei used to say, you've got to feel good in Jigatai. And then you come in, you go here, you bring this and you come up his body and you turn your hips. And then the only way you can put your arms out, you don't need no power here, the only way you put your hips to do it, the only time you're going to need to put your hands there is in case this leg takes a flyer and takes your teeth out. So, yeah, so when you end up like that, it's for when you kick your legs, that's why you look the other way. So you're all wanting to go further than what you should do. You need to be learning how soft you can do it. I can feel the block. I mustn't go in yet then. So what am I going to do? But I want to go in. Oh, let's try and change my foot. Oh, that's a bit easier. You've got to change what you think, because you are the most intelligent person you know. You know, as far as making a decision. We've got a flat that's just flooded. Can you quickly send some people? Oh, I'll get back to you in a month or two. How long will these business last? So we make decisions every day. We've got to now make them in seconds, milliseconds. I've done everything I'm showing you, but in... You're still comfortable, aren't you? You're doubting it though, aren't you?
Slightly.
See, so I'm picking up, we'll say, mind-to-mind things. My arm isn't in the correct position where it would want to be, but I said I don't need my arm because I'm letting my hips. So when I say come out and go blocking, it's all because you're all there. I can see that bit. You should not be there, but down here. Okay, I've talked enough. So step out, please, at the angle. Do you have a certain time you need to be away? Right, so you have to step out.
Which is actually good knows that what I tend to keep
Okay, don't you just hate it when they block you? Yeah? Right, so, yeah, so Mark's going to do it.
Oh, sorry.
Because we've got a horrible person there. Don't train with him, he blocks you. You know? He's not been taught at all well to respect the person. Well, so he's in, good. So it's soft. He's learnt to go in there soft. And that's it, good. Lots of nice movement. The arm still looks like it's working hard to me. I don't know what other people are thinking. It looks like his arm's still working hard. Even though his body's got in all them places, it's like, keep going, don't worry about me talking. Right. You awkward so-and-so, Alex. Yeah, I wouldn't train with him. The next time you come, if you come again, don't train with him. Okay, right. So what you're doing is, you know I said about this, I don't give him a centimetre, I don't take a centimetre. You're giving far too much by finding your own space. Right? You've got to sort of work within what you've got, and you haven't got a lot because he's holding you. Let's try once more. So this, I'm talking to everybody, of course, hopefully. Right, so he's got in there. Right, now by that second move, you're actually giving too much because you moved and there wasn't some kind of action. Do you know what I mean? It's as if like you're a puppet on a string, and when they do that, you got. So even when you go in, something's got to move that's connected somewhere. If you just move in like that and nothing happens, and then you try and make something happen, there's a big disjointing within the technique. Okay? But that's right, well, let's carry on, because you won't get it in a second. So it's no good me showing it again, but this is the problem. So I'm talking to you all, you're actually trying to work out where to go yourself. You've forgotten that you've got a partner. And the partner's holding the rope strong. I've got you, don't worry. Well, I'm going to just jump off and, you know, hopefully you'll be able to stand there and hold me when I'm sort of going. It's like that, you've got to keep connected. But you've got to do it sneakily. Okay? Wrong word, isn't it? But, you know, you've got to. Right, so he pushed me out a little bit, so I said, all right, well, that's where you want me to go. What we normally do is, a lot of people will go, in other words, retaliate. I'm not moving. You're the Yuki. I'm the master. I'm not moving. As long as I soften, but that shoulder's going to that corner, Alex can feel it. But I've got to keep him feeling that while I go in. It vanished because I moved, but he still felt safe. He still feels safe. I'm going to now have to sneak this behind him. But if I do this, now he's got me. So as I sneak behind him, I'm actually just thinking a little bit more power, not doing anything, but I'm actually blowing my body up. I know he's got me up here, but he hasn't got me down here. And that's the bit. He's still thinking, I think I'm alright, I think I'm alright, and the next thing he's coming up off the floor thinking, wow, how was I thrown? And that's the bit we all want. We all want to be thrown, but we don't. We want to be the throwers of the ukis going, wow, the same as I did with hypersensitive. Oh, it's there. Because I didn't know how he threw me, because he left me alone. So, anybody got any other questions on it, or should we try again? Let's try again. Don't be in a rush to go in, but when you do go in systematically. The good thing is, when you realise, he's holding you this way, and you're trying to go that way, so it's the same coordinate. You're trying to do that and that, rather than that into that. So when I say step out, I mean step out to the window. So go to the window. See, now you see, you don't have that problem. So you're now sort of lining up here, look. See that? Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So what you do now is you soften that. So now, what, it's going to bulk up a bit. So you hold that, what have you got there, but you now forget it, and you try to work to allow. Go in or out, so now you're going to shift from the front leg being bent to make it straight. So we forget about the upper half of the body, purely just come in again. Just come in again. Come in again. Come in to see the setback. So who was that? Mark was there. So Mark was being blocked, and it's because he wasn't trying to mirror image him. He's trying to go in. You see, he's trying to go in. Now, see where this arm is here. It doesn't look any shape of this person here. So if you was thinking about this person's shape, where should Mark have gone? Towards the window. Right, so what he's done is, he's like Kaitanagi. When you go like that, one direction's there, the other direction is wrong. So what you do is you bring these two together like that, and as they get closer, you redirect their power. What Aikido says, you go like that, and you redirect it. So what he's done was, he actually didn't redirect his power, he went into his power. So this shoulder needs to go back there, where Matthew is. No, not quite. When I see this arm matching up with this arm, then I know the angle's right. Right. I haven't got bending it yet. Right, can you now see that this line, if you can't see, come closer. This arm and this arm is running in line. Before it wasn't. So now he can hold that tension that he's given him. He must hold that, not in the centimetre, out centimetre, and he then moves his body around that hold. Moving. with your body. Keep this, don't keep this. Gone. Oh, it's all wrong. Don't know about it. Right, step behind him. Right, but he's still strong. So what he does now is he keeps that firm, but he doesn't move this. He forgets he's got that now, but he just says, okay, I want to leave you powerful, but I'm not going to use you anymore. And he now tries to straighten his front leg. So he's working on his legs and his hips. The arms don't need to work. And that's where all of you are going wrong. You're still using your arms too much. So you're looking for that. Okay. So how many techniques do you want me to show you, you know?
Hey.
Can't take him a centimetre, can't give him a centimetre.